this is it. The final assembly video of our rotary powered fake Lamborghini build. What a journey it's been.
What started as a casual late night scroll on Facebook Marketplace quickly turned into a crazy adventure, driving 2,000 kilometers to buy this fake Lamborghini shell for $10,000 sight unseen in the middle of the night. The shell had already been through 7 previous owners who had all given up on the project. And honestly, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But they say ignorance is bliss, and we immediately got to work on the project. The donor chassis was this BMW E36 destined for the scrap heap. We cut it up to the point that it was completely unrecognizable, fit a 13B turbo rotary motor, and somehow we made the Lamborghini shell fit. This build is the biggest financial risk I've ever taken on this channel, and it's been a huge logistical challenge piecing the whole puzzle together. We've been working 18-hour days for the past few weeks, and we have less than 24 hours until we have to reveal the build at an event called Drift Fest. We still have a huge amount of work left to do, and I'm genuinely worried we aren't going to make it.
As you can see, we're already hard at work. Dave is in the car. He's currently mounting some carpet. Hey Dave, how you doing?
Good yourself?
Yeah, well, better now.
That's okay.
We're getting things done. It's been a massive last couple of days. We've gotten minimal sleep. Look at this though. We're starting to put the finishing touches on this thing, laying the carpet down. But I know you guys love to see the process, and I won't get too far ahead of myself. So the first things we need to do is start organizing the interior. Once that's done, we can bolt the windows on and all of that fun stuff. But check this out. I've covered half the dash in this beautiful suede, and it's absolutely epic stuff. As you can see on the screen here, I laid it outside in the sun. It took me literally 10 minutes to lay the suede down on this dash, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. It also feels freaking cool as well. But these are the finishing touches that are going to elevate this build to the next level.
Today is actually media day for the event we're supposed to be attending, but we decided to skip it to make sure we take the time to finish this car properly. Right now, the energy levels are high, the vibes are good, and we're excited to be installing the final pieces of this insane puzzle.
So we're addicted to the suede now. We're covering everything in it, but it just looks so damn tidy. It's definitely starting to come together now. I cannot wait to put our digital dash in. It's actually the crowning jewel of the interior. All right, this is a really exciting part of the build. We're doing the windscreen finally. Dude, even just having this in there is next level. You can see the car really coming together now. But Dave's drilling that. While he does that, I am doing the bonnet pins for the bonnet. We're keeping it really simple. We're just gonna have a bonnet pin here and a bonnet pin here, and basically the bonnet's just gonna remove. As much as I'd love to throw it on hinges, we simply don't have the time. And we'd love to get some kind of sleep tonight before the huge event that we have tomorrow. God damn, dude. I'm finding it so hard to not get distracted. This is crazy. So now that we have our holes drilled, we have just some rod with a hole in it with pins, right? And so we'll grab a washer, we just bang him there, but he'll obviously slide down and onto the ground because put our washer onto this guy. Slide this guy down because we measured absolutely perfectly. Look at that. And we have our bonnet pins. Simple as that. No rocket science here, but I think that really suits the aesthetic of the time that these cars came out as well, because the bonnet pins back then would have literally looked exactly like that. Yeah. None of this fancy aero latch stuff, you know?
No. This does the same job.
It does.
Way better.
Oh, but it looks a super... Dude, the car, I just still can't get over it. I'm sorry. I need to shut up about this car because it's so good. So good. So our bonnet pins are now done, all ready to go, and Dave has done the windscreen, so now we can peel this off. It's so satisfying. Oh, what's the overspray, Dave?
Oh, my bad.
Just kidding.
The Lamborghini Diablo windscreens cost $4,000, and that's if you can even find one. I clearly can't afford that, so instead we had our shell 3D scanned, drew the windows up in CAD, and had them laser cut for perfect fitment.
Bolt it up in 3, 2, 1. Boom, just like that. The window is in. Look at that. Look, everything is starting to come together so well now. So these are pretty interesting. This is like a motorsport acrylic that you use. It's supposed to not scratch super easily. Obviously time will tell with that. Next, we're gonna throw our Raceworks seats into the car for the final time. Also, down the back here. What is that? Dude, You guys are freaking children. Our wing is now complete, and it's kind of a little bit unusually complete.
We decided to wrap it in suede. No one's ever done it before, so we gave it a go.
It was really easy to lay down as well, but like, look at this. Looks actually awesome, and I'm pretty sure it might be the first suede wing in the world. Probably not, but we're claiming it anyway.
By this stage, it was well after midnight and time had completely gotten away on us. Every job was taking way longer than expected, and we still had a pretty big list of jobs we had to do before we could load up for the event. Everyone was exhausted, and it was getting to that point where you'd put a tool down and not be able to find it for no good reason. Still, we pushed on.
So we're nearly there. The doors are in, the struts are back in and working. The windows look insane. We're all trying to keep our energy up right now for sure. But one of the finishing touches is about to go into the interior, and that is our 10-inch PowerTune digital dash. So we've been teamed up with PowerTune for a while now. We have the 7-inch wide digital dash in the rear-wheel drive Evo. But they stepped it up with this one, and look at this. They've got the 10-inch wide digital dash, but what's inside this dash is what's really special, and you guys will see this light up very soon. They've done us a full custom layout. And that is the best thing about these PowerTune digital dashes. They allow you to do all different custom layouts. I sent PowerTune an idea. They said, yep, we can help you out with that. And once we've got this installed, I'll be able to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. It's very, very exciting. And Dan's just currently confused trying to figure his way out around all of this.
I'm tired.
Is it 2 a.m.? I think it is. Alright, so our PowerTune digital dash is now installed, but check this out. Watch this. The layout, look at that. That is crazy. So I sent these guys a full Lamborghini GTR like picture of a dash, and I requested that they kind of make the layout look the same. Freaking insane. It's got a Lamborghini logo and everything on it. Man, I am absolutely wrapped with this dash. I wonder if I could start it.
We tried to push on, but at this point we were past the point of exhaustion, so we decided to get a few hours sleep and finish the remaining jobs in the morning.
Final job. The final freaking job.
After a couple hours sleep, we're feeling weirdly refreshed and ready to dial in the finishing touches.
The final job of this Lambo. Man, sorry that I put you through this,
That's alright.
but you get to do the honors
I love it.
of putting the number plates onto the car. The final job. It feels so weird saying that because it felt like the list of jobs was never ending. Ooh. Loves it. Yeah, that's just a nice finishing touch, isn't it?
Looks great.
Shout out to sponsors. Let's go. How's that? It's actually sick, bro.
Like a glove.
It worked well, huh?
Some little homemade.
Jimmy Jams?
Yeah.
Pretty cool one. Thank you, Dave.
No worries.
There's no way we're turning up to an event with a dirty car, so we gave this Lambo her first bath, and of course, before we loaded it up on the trailer, I had to take it for a sneaky wee street drive.
First ride, brother.
So the first drive in this thing, and I've got to say it's the most unreal feeling car I've ever driven in my entire life. But it runs awesome, it drives fantastic, and that's all we can ask for. So let's freaking take this Lambo on the track for the first time. Let's go.
So we're finally on our way to the event, and it's crazy how much love this Lambo gets from people just sitting on the trailer. Still, I was extremely nervous to reveal it at the event. As much as I love the car, you just never know how people are going to react.
I've never been this nervous getting to the track before.
Though if this lady's anything to go by, I think we're in a pretty good spot.
It is actually very nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is it just for show?
No, it's a drift car.
Oh, okay.
So we've just arrived at the event and we're fashionably late and we're about to drive the Slambo into the event. Now's the time people get to see it. Fingers crossed they love it. Let's go.
We took a moment in the car park to stand back and admire the beautiful car that we'd built before we threw some fuel into the Raceworks fuel cell, and it was finally time to drive the car into the event. Fashionably late, of course. All of the late nights, the time spent away from Tara, the money, the stress, it was all made worth it by this moment right here. We made it. You couldn't wipe the smile off my face. What a feeling. We took a moment for some classic drift talk with friends before we got right to work getting some last minute jobs done. We installed our race harnesses, did a quick wheel alignment, and we were ready to head out on track for the first time. We're going out for a dry run first, so no drifting, just to make sure everything's actually working properly and the car does exactly what we want it to.
One of the most insane experiences I've ever had in a drift car. Zero issues whatsoever with the motor, with anything.
This was a 2-day event and we spent the rest of the first day doing my favorite thing, hanging out and chatting with fans of the channel and selling merch. Speaking of, you can grab this brand new Slambo Miami design off twostepgarage.com. The next morning we made a quick change to the front wheel alignment and then it was finally time to do the thing we've all been waiting for. It's time to go drifting. Once I figured out the car actually worked, I got a little overconfident and decided that I'd chase Stewie Bryant, who's a phenomenal driver, and as you'll see here, things really didn't work out the way that I planned. Once the gearbox left the chat, I decided to park the car up next to Luke Fink's GU Patrol, hang out and have a good time.
Unfortunately, we pushed a little too hard this morning, blew second gear in the gearbox. It was bound to happen, it's a stock RX-8 gearbox, but it seems like everyone's loving the car. It sounds good, it drifts good. It still has first and third gear, so we're still gonna go out and put a show on for the crowd, do some skids. But honestly, I couldn't be happier with the response. It seems like everyone's enjoying the car. I'm enjoying the car.
Regardless of the broken gearbox, I'm actually over the moon with the result. The car actually works. And I know now that I'll be driving it back onto the trailer with 0 battle scars, which I'm pretty stoked about.
Yes, boo. No second gear, no problem. Let's go out and do some skids for the crowd. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, thank you everyone for the support on the build as well today and yesterday. It's been a hard last couple of weeks, 18-hour days for 2 weeks straight, so you can't lose your mind a little bit, but then chatting to everyone here has been awesome. So thank you guys so much for everyone that's come up and said g'day, want a sticker or a t-shirt. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Unreal stuff. Make some noise for Mike Lake and the Slambo. What a unique bit of gear.
And just like that, the event was over. But this is definitely just the beginning for this Lambo.
So we're now back at the shop from what was a phenomenal event for us in the Slambo. Of course, we had some issues. First, we broke the gearbox, and I actually know exactly why that happened. Upon watching the footage back while I was editing this video, I could easily see that the car was way over-gripped. It's my first time running high-level suspension like the Shockworks coilovers we have in this car, and I should have known from lap 1 when we went out that this thing was over-gripped. Pulled it in, put the tire pressures up, stiffened up the rear shocks, and really loosened this thing up, but I was just way too G'd up while we were driving this thing out there. So that's totally on me, and the poor little RX-8 gearbox couldn't handle all that stress. I've already purchased a new gearbox replacement, and we'll be throwing that in this thing. The second thing we had go wrong was that we destroyed our carbon fiber drive shaft. Look at that. This is the RX-8 drive shaft here, and it's absolutely cactus, twisted it in half, which is pretty amazing. Again, that just speaks to how much grip we had in this thing. I was in first gear doing a skid on the brake when we destroyed the drive shaft. Luckily, we've already sorted ourselves out with a metal drive shaft, so we won't be having that issue again. I definitely have higher expectations of all of my cars when I take them out, but we need to remember that this is a full ground up build, one of a kind, the only one like this in the world. So the fact that we didn't really have any issues in terms of no overheating, no fluid loss, the engine ran great, the car ran great, is pretty darn amazing. amazing. And the car just freaking works, which is amazing. We have proof of concept now, but this is not the end of the series on this car. We've still got so much to develop. And you also notice we don't have wing mirrors on this thing. I've got front splitters from Project Aero to put on this thing, a whole bunch to finish off on this car. So there will be more videos moving forward, but I'm just so damn proud of this build. Thank you guys so much for all of the support on the build. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We are not slowing down anytime soon. I've got massive plans for this channel. But for now, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I hope you enjoyed this video. For everyone asking about the drift cart, they will be coming out in the next couple of videos, so get pumped for that. But thank you guys. Until next time, Peace. Our freaking fake Lamborghini, the rotary. It sounds amazing. It works amazing, and I cannot wait to drive it again. Thank you. Bye.